where you been and where you going. This is Ari's travel show, yeah. We're gonna talk about travel today. It's You Be Trippin, yeah.
Hi everybody, welcome to You Be Trippin. I'm Ari Shaffir, the host. I like to travel around and like to talk to people about their own trips. And today on You Be Trippin is a hilarious comedian. His own 1 hour special is now available on HBO Max. You excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm excited for everybody to see.
What's it called?
It's called Romantic Comedy.
Romantic comedy. Ian Lara is the guest today. And Ian Lara is actually a tour guide of mine for a place I went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we saying it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the Dominican Republic.
That's where we're headed today, everybody. Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. I remember you hit me up saying you were going.
Yeah.
And the shit you were gonna do, and I was like,
I was way off.
yeah, I was like, I don't know if this is. You first you're gonna stay in a hostel, in the hospital, and I was like, I don't know if this is safe. Like honestly, if I would have hit up my family and told them that I was going to go to DR, with the same itinerary you had, they would be like the most. They would send like a team. For me.
I forgot about that.
They would send a team for me to bring me back because it was is that wild. But I gave you some recommendations and it was good. Oh, we're done.
Yeah. No, we're on.
We're failing.
Yes, it was great. Every one of those recommendations worked out fucking flawlessly.
Yeah. How long were you there for?
I was there for like 5 or 6 days.
5 or 6 days.
Yeah, not
That's
enough,
great.
but I was done in Boston on a Thursday, and I
Yeah.
didn't have San Antonio until next Thursday, and I had to get my second country in.
Yeah.
I've been trying to 2 countries a year streak.
2 countries a year.
2 new countries a year.
2 new. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, it broke in 2020, 2021.
And what'd you think?
What?
DR.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Sold on it.
And you did.
All I did was I looked from Boston. I'm like, where are there direct flights from Boston?
Yeah.
And it was like Haiti, DR, Cuba. I almost went to Cuba, and then I was like looking at what to do, and I was like, oh, cigar smoking, and I was like, ask Bobby if you wanted to go, and he goes, I can't. It's in 2 weeks. I can't go.
Yeah.
But he goes,
He's like,
but
I
would.
have a family.
Yeah. He goes, but I would like to go there with you. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll hold off on Cuba until you can go.
Yeah.
And then DR.
DR's great. And you stood in the capital, which is like, I mean, that's not resort. It's not like Punta Cana.
It's not a
but
resort.
it's DR, but it's very New York-ish.
It's a real city.
It's a real city.
It's
like,
big,
It's like a
too.
major city. Yeah. It's like a major city.
Where do you mostly go when you go?
I go to the capital, where you say
You
Santo
do?
Domingo. Yeah, Santo Domingo. That's what I say. I'm from a town, San Cristobal, that's like a little bit off. We're actually covering it, right? Yeah, it's over here.
That's Domingo, I
It's over
see.
here on
Yeah.
the little boot tip.
Yeah.
But that's where like all the baseball players are from.
All of them.
Not all of them, but just most of them.
Yeah.
It used to be San Pedro, which is
Do you know the history of why?
west of the thing. Why? What?
All the baseball players? No, not why they're from there. That's not the story. What was the story was it Joe Torre or was it somebody else? It was the Dodger coach.
Joe Torre was a Dodger coach.
No, way before that.
What was the
somebody
story?
went down there and was like, "Oh, hey, there's uncharted fucking talent down here."
Oh yeah. I think it might have been the St. Louis. I think it might have been Tony La Russa.
Tony La Russa.
He was a Dodgers coach too, I think. Yeah, they did, and then it was like a minefield.
Yeah, he learned Spanish. He was
Yeah.
like, "Oh fuck," and then he
Yeah.
started taking Spanish classes and went back down there and just fucking grab.
Yeah, per capita, I mean, they have less people than I think New York State as
Damn.
a country. It would be like if 30% of the baseball superstars were from New York State.
Yeah,
It'd be insane, all right?
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about baseball first.
Yeah.
It's fucking massive there.
Oh, I mean, it's the World Baseball Classic next year coming up, and DR won it once. DR won, Puerto Rico won, and USA won. In the 3 that
USA
they've
should
done.
always win.
USA should always
Size-wise.
win. Yeah.
And it's in our country at the highest level.
Yeah.
Pay-wise.
Yes. And they would if they sent everyone.
Oh, right.
If they sent everyone.
Oh, right.
They at first USA wasn't taking it as serious as the other countries were.
Yeah.
Because in Dominican Republic, when DR played, it was a holiday. Like the city shut down when DR was playing in the World Baseball.
Really?
Classic. Yeah, it was a holiday. Like it meant everything. It meant everything to the country. And the best players, like if you were one of the top elite players and you didn't play for the Dominican team, you would be like that's like a great dishonor.
Would major leaguers come back and play for them?
Yes.
Did Pujols ever play for them?
Did Pujols play? Yeah, Pujols played.
He
Yeah.
did.
Pujols played.
He never played for a team there until that year. But
until he played for Licey this year. Was it Licey or it might have been Escogido?
It was Escogido.
Escogido.
It was
okay.
Escogido. But
But he never played because he can't play, and when he was at the top of his thing. But the World Baseball Classic is huge. I went to a game. I went when it was in Miami, and I went in San Diego too.
Yeah.
It was one of the best experiences I've ever had It was the best sporting event that I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah.
They
for
went
sure.
wild.
I
huh?
mean, it's insane. It was.
For baseball, they get so fucking rowdy.
It was 30,000 people, all Dominican. I mean, it was like the soccer fans do in Europe. It was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. But that's what it means to the country. It's like, it's like for real.
Can I tell you the biggest applause I got in that show?
Yeah.
Dominican Republic.
You took the
Did
shirt
I tell
off?
you?
No.
Yeah, I had a top shirt on, a button down. And I was like, I set it up way early. I was like, fuck, it's hot. Like 30 minutes. I was like, it's hot up
the
here.
callback.
Yeah. And then like 10 minutes after that, I was like, damn, it's so fucking hot. How do you guys do it? And then I was like, do you guys mind if I take this off? I have a shirt underneath. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And I pulled it off, and there was an eruption.
Yeah.
Eruption that I was wearing.
Was it full?
It
was full, sold out.
Yeah,
right?
it was full.
Yeah, because I set you up over there.
Set me up. It was great.
to do comedy.
It was great. There's a scene. I guess
did the old bait and switch. They've been asking me to go for
you
years.
there.
They was asking me to go for years, and I never went. And you were out there, and I was like,
I was already there.
I was like, what if I get you Ari Shaffir? And they were like, yeah, we'd be into that. You telling me you're gonna get us a way bigger name? Yeah, we'd be into that. And then,
I was like, no, I don't know. It's too late. I'm already here.
yeah, and they set it up, and they said it's sold out within like minutes.
Yeah. Also, I lost my Instagram right then.
Oh, you
so
didn't have
he
your
was
Instagram?
so he was like, I was like, yeah, tell him I can't promote it even. It's 4 days out and I can't promote it.
And
I
they
have
were like,
way
no
of-
problem.
Yeah.
They're
I was
like, no problem.
All right.
And they wanted to add more. Like they added the show. They wanted more. You didn't want to do more.
I didn't want to be anywhere. I was just happy to be there on vacation.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we'll sell out everything we add.
Yeah.
We'll sell out.
They'll love you there.
I
They
mean,
already
they-
loved you. All those comics love you there.
They have a big desire for. I mean, they watch Netflix. That's the
Right,
thing. Netflix
right.
changed the country. Like that's why stand up started over there because of Netflix. Like
Who's their big stand up there?
Carlos Sanchez.
Oh, yeah, I met him. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he came to my special taping in Brooklyn. He flew out.
No,
to the States.
really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And he's doing it in English. Like he speaks English perfectly now. He's
doing stand up in English
Yeah,
now?
yeah. We're gonna do some dates, I believe, together.
He must travel all over Latin America, though.
Yeah,
right? In South America?
he's like the biggest act. He was like I kept telling when I was introducing him because he came to the special and then he came to the after party and I was introducing him to people. I was like, "This
After
is
party.
Carlos
You're
Sanchez."
so black. After party. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so black. Look how you spell tripping.
That's an homage.
no G. Yeah, he came to the after party. I was like, oh, this is George Carlin of the Dominican Republic because he really is because he's revolutionized the way they do stand up.
He started it there, right?
No, I mean there was stand ups, but they weren't. It was very slapstick humor.
Who's the guy with the hat that's all over Latin America?
Cantinflas?
I think it's Cantinflas.
Yeah, he was the biggest one.
Yeah.
But he would be more of like a sketch
TV,
guy. But
he's still on shirts everywhere.
He's huge. I mean, yeah, like you see them in like Williamsburg with like a white guy from Minnesota wearing a Cantinflas.
Yeah, he's crossed over after his death.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like hee haw.
He's huge. Yeah,
It's like really slapsticky.
Right. I mean, but they're still like that was like a scene for so long, and then these younger generation came up of like these educated Dominicans who were like grew up with a more a little more privileged than like say my parents or my grandparents grew up, and they were just like, oh, this type of humor is like not. It's kind of humor.
Good.
Like, yeah, this is like outdated a little bit.
He's wearing a dress.
Right.
That's fine. Bad Bunny now wears dresses all the time.
He came out in a dress. So he was the first one to be like, this is like smart humor and political humor and pop. I'm sure there was people before him, but he was the first one like to pop mainstream.
Carlos.
Yeah. To pop mainstream.
Didn't he like just like make his own venues where like a church or like a hospital? Do you have a big room?
Yeah.
Cool, let's do it there.
Yeah. In fact, he was doing that in the United States because when I met him, I talked to him, and where he was touring when he would come to the States was like these off-kilter venues where I was like, dude, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, I'll introduce you to some people. You should be doing legitimate like theaters or like
Dude, the Latin comics always just figured out how to make money.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with like the urban, like the chitlin circuit.
Not
right?
as much. When I started in LA, it was the fucking Mexican comics that were like, oh no, we'll try it. $75 at that show. They get paid right away, like 6 months in. They're like, I'm getting paid.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of like the urban comics do that here because
get paid right away.
Yeah, like they don't want to start like they don't do when you was like, oh, why they don't do the mainstream club, and they're like, because you telling me I have to wait around for 3 years.
I love those bills they put up where it's like Warnie Zap. It's like 10 guys you've never heard of with like weird names.
I'm on one of those for this weekend. I get booked and then I show up and it's like this is not like they did not know what they were getting. I do this because they're not like the nicest people. A lot of times there's like a lot of bravado in it because they feel like it's like hip hop. It's
right.
battle
It's too
rap.
much bravado.
But it's like this is not that. Like most comedians in the scene are like cool with each other. Like you don't introduce it. Like they'll introduce you the host, your headline. They'll introduce you like
What?
Like disrespectfully, like they won't even like this next guy. I guess he's funny.
Damn.
Yeah.
What the fuck, guys? We're all in this together.
Dude, I just got that at Caroline's. I had to fill
Bravado.
in for like a urban act and introduce. And I'm like nice to everyone. It was like this next guy. I never seen his stuff, but he's here, so I'm sure he's probably good. Give it up for like Ian. No last name, no credits, nothing. Like, and then. Like, this happened to me before, too, doing the urban show. Like, you'll go your headline, and then the host will feel like when he went up, the crowd wasn't ready. So after your headline, they'll try to do, like, 15,
more
20
time
after you.
It's nuts how different the scene it is.
It's so different.
Here's my intro in Atlanta. Miss Pat got me a spot in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I was there for, like, a week or two for something. And she was like, yeah, sure. Got there. First of all, got there at 8 when it said. No one even unlocked the door till 8:45.
Yeah.
And then the show started, like, 9:30.
Yeah.
And, hey, Miss Pat sent me. Okay, cool. Waited around for about an hour or whatever. And then at some point he goes, y'all, welcome Jeff Smith from St. Louis.
That was you?
And I was just like, yeah. And he's like, hey. Like, oh, I'm Jeff Smith from St. Louis. Like, all right.
How'd you do?
Bombed? Horribly.
Bombed?
And my manager was there.
Yeah?
She wanted to
It was
come do
all black crowd?
Yeah. It was bad, dude.
You just ate it.
Yeah, I'm remembering it now, and a wave of negative emotion is washing over me. It
They
was
don't.
really bad.
They don't really
doing
enjoy
jokes.
sarcasm.
Yeah, I couldn't even get them started.
Yeah, they don't really enjoy sarcasm. So if you say anything that's like remotely like gay or weird, they're like, this guy's a gay weirdo. That's like his thing.
Who's that short guy from the stand from Miami? He's Spanish too.
Oh,
but white Spanish. He hosts a lot. Oh, he does
Marcelo. Yeah.
The guy, yeah, Marcelo.
Marcelo,
He
yeah.
said Miami, like the Latins in Miami, they're literal. Their whole lives are literal.
Literal. Yeah.
So if you're like, so they were complaining to Big J about me, like, he wants school shootings? And Jay's like, no, he doesn't really mean that.
Right.
He said it.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like,
That's what I'm
oh,
saying. Same
all
thing.
right.
It's like everything is literal.
Yeah.
Like, they're like,
You must be a gay weirdo.
dude, everything is literal. Like you can't. They don't fuck with sarcasm. But to go back, the scene in DR, they're doing the opposite of it, where it's like very encouraging. They're showing love, which is the right way to start a scene.
Right.
You all grow together.
Yeah, for that guy to come out, it was like, that's really nice of you, man.
Yeah,
You're
the
like
nicest. I didn't know him at all.
Way richer than me.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know him at all.
Yeah.
I didn't know him at all. I talked like I did a radio interview over there a couple years ago, and they asked me like and I had seen him before I started stand up here. So I'm just like, yeah, I've seen Carlos Sanchez's stuff is really good. It's very smart, like brainy shit.
Oh, I wanted to see him.
Yeah, it's very, very like smart, brainy, political shit. Which you know,
speak fluent, right?
Yeah.
So you can understand it if you go to a show?
Yeah, I understand it completely.
I went to a Spanish show in Medellin once.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand it, but I was just trying to follow along a little. And it
Yeah.
was interesting to see, like, oh, this guy's way better than the rest of them.
Yeah.
This guy must be a pro.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, I think he's shitting on his mom.
Yeah.
Tell him to get up or something. You could, pick out little things, but you can see technique.
Well, that's the thing with a new scene where you see it like most in a new scene where it's like you get started, you find a venue, you got to get started, and then it starts, but then it has to evolve where it just is like when it gets started, it's like a big build up for like it's like a 1 minute build up for like a medium payoff.
Oh my God, they did that so much in the DR.
Yeah,
it really is.
That's what it is.
Not
that's
everybody,
just,
but the ones that were making mistakes was like, dude, get to it.
That's where they, you know,
Right.
that's not shitting on them. It's just where they are. That's where we were like when we started.
Right. And the whole scene is like that.
Yeah, when we started in America, we were there. Like, but it evolved where you see comedians, it's like, no, the laughter, it has to be every first, 30 seconds, then every 15 seconds, you got to produce a laugh. You can't hold them for this long. But that's how they do their sketches too. Like when you watch their sketch shows, it'll be a 3-minute sketch and it won't be a laugh until the payoff.
Damn.
Like, and the payoff would be like, he's really a woman. And then you're just like, all right, this is like early SNL shit, you know, like not even, but they're evolving. So the scene is like, they're doing the thing. They're
it's
doing
nice.
the work.
It's new. It's like there was a Star Trek movie where they made planets. There was this gun that made planets.
Yeah.
And you study the birth of a fucking, and you're like, in about 1 million years, that'll be a life form in like regular society.
Yeah. That's
seeing
the same
that
thing.
now.
That same thing. I remember a lot of them. They flew out for when I was in LA doing the Netflix Comedy Festival. They flew out to watch the shows or whatever. And we sat down. I was talking to a lot of them, and I was like, "Yo, it's crazy. Like you guys are like the pioneers. Like you won't even reap the benefits of the shit you're doing."
Those guys.
Yeah. Like, it's the people that come behind you that are gonna be huge and blow up. Because for so long, I mean, the Mexicans in LA, they had the Latino scene on Smash.
They'll lay the foundation down, and then it's like, now you can get paid. Yeah, like up from there.
Right. When you think about Latino comedy, it was Mexican. That's it. In America, that's it. Really, it was like they had it on Smash.
Yeah, you guys were always in the shadow of that.
We're not even in the shadow. We weren't even a thing.
Right.
Like, we weren't even to be mentioned. And they did great. I mean, these guys were killers and absolutely monsters. They were Latino comedy.
Dude, it's so cool going on the road and like meeting the people who started it. Ariel Jarn in Iceland.
Yeah.
Like him and his buddies were like, let's do a stand-up.
Yeah.
Let's do a stand-up show.
And it's good.
And there was none. And then 5 years later, they all own homes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're the scene.
Yeah.
And they decided it. Oh, so they do all these corporate gigs there? And it's like, well, how long should they be? So it's like, it's brand new scene.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's just what it is.
I can do 5 a day.
Yeah.
And make all the corporate money and then leave. And that's what they expect now.
Yeah.
And we were dumb. We said an hour.
Right. That was dumb. But I think we're pulling away from that now because everybody's hour special. You're like, this is 40 minutes.
I meant from corporate gigs, but yeah.
This is 40 minutes,
yeah.
which I'm for. I'm pro that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like now, if you do like 105, people be like, that was too long.
Oh, mine is so long.
That was too long. Yeah. But yours, it was one-man show, which is different. That can keep
quiet on that.
Well, that's the thing in DR too, where it's like, the guys are like a year in and they're like, on their third hour, and it's like you're doing one-man shows.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait. Let's talk more about DR in general.
Yeah.
But because let's not get caught up on stand-up too much.
Yeah.
Even though it is very interesting.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Sorry, Shaffir. I'm breaking into today's podcast to tell you about an exciting adventure for a trip for yourselves. Mushrooms. That's right. This year, Shroomfest falls on July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. If you don't know what Shroomfest is, you're about to change your life. It's a holiday for mushrooms. I didn't invent it. Mushrooms told me about it over 15 years ago. And then we started an international festival where people all over the world take mushrooms at the same time. We meet up on another plane of existence, the mushroom plane. July 20th, 21st, and 22nd this year. Every year, it goes by the longest weekend of moonlight in the summer months in the Northern Hemisphere. And this year, it's July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The deal is, you take them once. That's fine. July 20th, but maybe you got plans on July 20th. That's a Saturday. Well, July 21st is your friend. Oh, but you're coming home from their wedding July 21st. Don't worry, we got you. July 22nd. One of those 3 days, take mushrooms and participate. Shroomfest. I've done it, I think, 13 years running now. People have done it in Iceland, Ireland, Israel, in Afghanistan, all the eyes, and everything else too. Legitimately, Mexico, Colombia, all over the world, England, everywhere. Take mushrooms. And this year, as in many other years except last year, I have a friend who designed a T-shirt to commemorate the event. Shroomfest shirts, Abracadaver on Instagram. I'm not taking any profits on this. I just think it's a cool thing to do. Say you were part of it. Shroomfest. He's got a great new design, Abracadaver. He's given a portion of the proceeds to MAPS, Multidisciplinary Association of Psychedelic Studies. It's a cool shirt. Show it. Yeah, isn't that cool? That's a cool fucking shirt. Be a part of it right now. You can get it on my website, arishaffir.com. You can also get a copy of my vinyl for Jew. That's going to be shipping out in July. If you order the Shroomfest shirts, you will get them by July 18th. I think they're all shipping out, on July 12th. So you can wear them for the event if you want. I say don't call attention to yourself by wearing something that says Shroomfest on it. And have a bunch of people staring at you, unless you're doing it at a party by yourselves, and then fucking for sure, everybody wear one. Get one of each color. I think there's 3 different colors: purple, green, and gray. And that's it. That's all I had to promote, everybody. I really got nothing else. Subscribe to this podcast wherever you're doing. I would like to tell you about Ian Lara's dates. Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a very funny stand-up comedian from New York City, and he's going to be visiting the following cities: Nashville, Chicago, Milwaukee, West Nyack, Tampa, Washington, D.C. at the famed Washington, D.C. Improv, Sacramento, and Tempe. All tickets are available at ianlaralive.com. That's IANLARA. Yeah, he spells Lara wrong. Guys, that's it. As always, leave in the comments anybody you think should be a great guest with a great story for this podcast. I've already taken your suggestions if you're watching on YouTube. I've taken your suggestions, and I've gotten Hamilton Morris on. He's coming, a bunch of other people. I only say Hamilton Morris because of Shroomfest. Happy Shroomfest, everybody. I hope you have a great time. Now let's get back to the episode about Dominican Republic. What a fucking blast that place was. I really got to go back. All right, enjoy. Let's talk about, what should we talk about? The food.
Yeah. The food
baseball
was,
games, by the whatever. I'll save it. Go ahead.
The food was amazing.
The food's amazing.
Yeah.
What's the best?
It depends who you
I'm asking you.
I gotta get away from this, but I love fried food too much.
Yeah.
It's like not good though.
Yeah.
It's not good. So the chicharrón.
That's my favorite.
It's
and they do it right. They do it like in
good.
How far is it from Colombia? They do it the way Colombia does it.
Yeah.
The crispy little pieces.
Yeah, that's not good.
Ecuador does it different. A lot of places do it different. Their chicharrón is the best.
You was having a pork one or chicken?
Pork.
Pork is like the worst kind. It's like
What?
literally fried pork fat. No, I'm saying for you health-wise.
Oh yeah, no. I felt murmurs.
Yeah, you felt. Yeah,
I felt
your heart
murmurs.
feels like
towards
it's
the last few days.
Your heart feels like it's struggling,
like a bubble or something was passing through me.
Yeah, but I love it, and then the tostones, which is the plátanos, the plantains fried up. That shit is like,
and it's not sweet.
No, you could do the sweet ones.
The marron.
You could do the
what do they call?
the sweet ones. The yellow plants are free. The maduros. Yeah, you could do the sweet one, which is great. Dude,
that's more desserty.
And you went to right in Gascoigne. Shout out to that's a dope restaurant over there. They're
Dude, you were like, hey, this is the spot to go to. If you want like home cooking ish kind of shit, whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm a 7-minute walk from there.
Yeah, you went every day.
I went 4 times.
Dude, when I'm over there,
I went 4 times in 5 days.
I do a feast, dude. Like I literally get a back table, and I'm like, I want everything. Like I have to get carried out of there. Like I feel so bad when I'm leaving, but the food is so good.
It's so good, and you see it's this buffet, and you're like, what the fuck? I got lucky.
You was doing buffet. You was eating off the buffet.
No, you point to that.
No, I know, because you could do buffet, but then there's like the menu too. Because I do the menu.
Order?
Yeah, I do the menu too.
What do you mean?
Like there's a menu. You can sit at a table. You get a menu that they don't have food. They don't have there. You can order whatever you want. Yeah, this is just the food they have there for the day for like the workers or whatever. But then you get a menu. You can order like whatever you want.
Like, what's not on that menu?
Whatever. I mean, stuff that's not there that you want.
They have like 20 things.
I know,
there.
but that's just like the to go. That's like the to go stuff, like the daily stuff. But like I would like
a whole fish or something. You get something like that.
Like that won't be on the menu.
Right,
I like grilled chicken breast, which is pechuga a la plancha. That's not on the thing. You have to order that. Yeah.
Where was that advice, tour guide?
You have to, but you were having such a good time. I feel like I didn't want to overwhelm you.
Dude, I went there. I ordered way too much every time. I was like, at some point, you realize it's not very expensive.
No, I mean $20, you'll eat like a god.
A god.
Yeah.
And so at some point, you're like, well, let me just try this.
Yeah.
I will just throw it out.
Yeah. And you get empanadas. I love empanadas. Another fried stuff.
Those are good to go shit.
They call them pastelitos in DR or empanadas, whatever. Those are amazing. The food. I get a milk. Do you get a milkshake? They call the Mori Soñando. It's like the.
What is that?
It's like the DR milkshake, but it's made with like condensed milk and orange juice.
Oh no!
But it's great. So much sugar.
You gave me a bunch of shit to ask for, and I would just go ahead and ask for it, and it would be like the best.
Yeah. That's like a. If you want to get your fried food, get your sugar high.
What else was good? The chicharrón.
You get pernil.
I got pernil. You told me about that.
Pernil is good.
That was great.
Pernil is great.
I did not love their bologna. They're fucking. What's that? Mofongo.
The mofongo. Oh, you didn't like their mofongo. Yeah. Okay. Well, mofongo. There's actually a place across that I would have. If you wanted mofongo, I would have told you to go to Adrian Tropical, which is a restaurant that's right on the water. They make mofongo. They're known for mofongo. Yeah.
I feel like I passed by there and maybe tried to get it, but it was closed or.
Yeah, that's
maybe
like
I did get it there.
It's like right on the water, right across from the hotel. Yeah, they're like.
You got to cross the road to get there.
Yeah.
There's a river. There's like a road, like a ring road.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's the Malecón.
That's the Malecón.
Yeah, that's the Malecón. Yeah, which is known for like the great street food there.
In there.
Yeah, in the Malecón.
Down which way? Towards like.
It runs like 2 miles, 3 miles.
Somebody told me not to go there because they said it's a little like you don't want to go. I was telling a cigar shop I was wanting to walk to early on. Oh, that's another thing you told me.
Yeah.
I was like, can you get a Cuban cigar there?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
you don't even know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
Dude,
like, they make Dominicans.
People go to Dominican Republic for that
the Dominicans,
reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently,
I got so many, dude.
The Dominicans.
I smoke 2 a day.
Yeah, I'm excited when I'm going on Monday. I'm gonna get like a whole thing. You get the fresh rolled, and then the humidity keeps them things, so you don't have to they don't go bad.
2 a day. You sit. Nobody cares if you sit there. Nobody cares if you drink rum in the morning in your coffee.
No, cares.
And anytime you're out,
it's encouraged.
So I went. Yeah.
What? Is 2 cigars a day bad for you?
Yeah, it's a lot. Every day, not in a day. Every day, 2 cigars a day.
Yeah.
I bet those people do 3 or 4, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been like, I went on the road with like, cause I'm thinking, cause I try not to like smoke. I like cigars, but I try not to like overindulge. But then like I remember I did like Aruba with like Bobby Kelly and like
Bobby goes for it.
Tony V, and I'm like, you guys are smoking 4 a day. Like, is this healthy? Should I be doing this?
It's not healthy.
Okay.
No, absolutely
All
not.
right, I didn't know.
It was a vacation for 2 a day.
Okay, all right.
No,
Yeah.
you should, 1 a day is a lot. But also, you're in DR. But it's like you go to like a TGI Friday and you're like, you got an ashtray? And they're like,
Yeah.
It's
is it
standard.
now? Is it addicting? Are cigars addicting? I don't know.
The process, and when you're getting great ones and fresh ones and shit you can't really find anywhere in a culture that doesn't care if you smell like cigar smoke.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, well, apparently the tobacco, the way DR got so good is Cuba was the world place of cigars, and but because of the embargo with the America, they took a lot of like the plants to the DR and just planted.
And it's like similar,
so it's similar. So now like a Cuban is not. No,
it's not the best.
No,
it's just kind of rare.
It's it's like the top thing, but it's like there's other top things.
Right.
It's like good tequila. Like there's a bunch of good tequilas.
Dude, I came home with so much.
You did?
Oh yeah.
You fucking should have brought me one.
I did.
You didn't give me a cigar.
I just didn't give it to you because I was waiting for this podcast.
Sure.
What I do mean
ago.
is I do have plenty left over, and I will give you one.
Oh, really?
I'd like to smoke one with you.
Nice. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Man. We should smoke one now.
We should. How about right after this? If you don't have to go, I have a deck upstairs.
All right. Yeah, for sure.
Let's do it. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it, man.
I was give you one of the special ones.
I was excited to do it.
This was so like I asked Chris. I was like, "Hey, any comics been to DR?" And he was like, "Yeah, Ian. I think he goes a lot." And I was like, "Do you ever go?" He goes, "Yeah, I've been there a ton of times."
Dude. I was going.
You were
5,
so
6
fucking
days.
helpful, bro.
Dude, I was going 5-6 times a year. Like I was before the pandemic. I haven't been to. This is my first time since the pandemic. But yeah, I was there. I was there.
How good is the? I mean, I want to get back into baseball. You know, the power went out when I was there. So I went.
Do I know the power? Of course, the power went out when he was there. That's like the norm. Yeah.
Oh.
You thought that was a power outage?
Yeah.
No, that's just what happens.
What do you mean?
Well, they shut down. The power goes out.
It just happens.
Well, the power company shuts down the power sometimes.
Dude, it was at a game. It was like I was like looking down for a minute. You can get rum at the fucking stadium.
Of course.
Put it over ice.
Yeah.
Just in a glass. Oh, it's great. It's so fucking great.
Yeah.
And then power. I'm like, 7th inning stretch, and I'm like, it's the middle of the 8th.
Yeah.
And then the first thing that come back on was a sound system before
Yeah.
the lights, and everyone just starts dancing.
Yeah. It's just. I mean.
It's
you can't even compare because it's like such a like. It's such a party love culture, so it's like you put them in a sporting event and it's just insane, dude, insane. If you are available and free, I want you to come to like one of the World Baseball Classic games.
Yeah,
so you can see that.
And they play him down there.
They play Miami this year.
In Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's find out the dates.
Yeah, it is like it is an experience.
If I don't go back to Ecuador, let's go down there weekday.
Yeah,
on a weekday
sure.
or something like that.
Yeah, I'll definitely be down there. So we can definitely do it. It's like
God, they love baseball. So also the game started an hour and a half late. It's like I got there to scalp a ticket.
For no reason. Right?
The doors aren't even open. Eventually, I'm like, this line's not fucking moving. And eventually, I was like, fuck it, I'll just pay like $25 for front row tickets.
See, what's good about the way you travel is you don't have because to be honest, and it's not just like you. Somebody like you, like if I would just like the people when I told the comedy club people that you were there, they were like, "Is he out of his mind? Like he doesn't need to do this. Like we can just like." we can just get him in the front. Like you could just show up and sit in the front row of the show. Like you don't have to like
of the baseball
wait in
stadium?
line. Yeah, like you don't have to wait in line. Like you don't have to do that stuff. But you're like, nah, I'm cool. Like
I'll find it.
I'd rather do it. Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
it was interesting.
Yeah, no, but like they're like big on hospitality, and then also they want like they want you to enjoy yourself. Like they want to show you like the good. I
know, but here's how to. So it's 2 types of people. Some definitely like, sure, get me in front row.
Yeah.
Come get me to walk around and see stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's another type that just wants you to guide me to the right place.
Of people who travel.
Yeah. So it's like, head to the old town. It's touristy, but not too touristy.
Yeah. You went to
good restaurants.
Yeah, where it looks like Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah. La Zona Colonial.
Yeah.
Zona Colonial. That was the first place Christopher Columbus boat stopped.
No.
Yeah, and when he came to the Americas, that was literally where he stopped.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Dude, I went 3 times. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. You didn't wonder why it looked like Spain?
I just thought they took over. They have that in Ecuador too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that happened there too.
Well, yeah, the colonial, but not Columbus. Just the Spanish at some point got through to Ecuador.
Yeah, that's the first place he stopped. I mean, La Zona Colonial looks like Spain completely.
It does. It's nice
architecture,
looking.
The architecture's hundreds of years old.
I went to one place there that I liked. It's fine. It's just a little touristy.
It's become that. Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's interesting touristy because
a couple blocks off though, you're fine. What? Yeah.
It's touristy, but it's also like it's a poor neighborhood for like on some blocks, which is weird. But they turned it into like cafes and shit now. Like,
but you can be in line for a juice selling behind like 2 Latin people.
Yeah,
and then you. It's not like only for tourists.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Latin people. You mean Dominicans?
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know. Speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
And then being like dark. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, like sort of.
Right.
I can't be sure.
Yeah. But I mean, you got to see, like, it's so interesting because you got to see the capital, which is like great. But like, there's the other part of the country.
Yeah.
Which is Santiago, El Cibao, the north, which is like the countryside, which is like a whole nother world.
Okay. Tell me about
like,
that.
Their whole thing is like, they're not the city. I mean, it's like, it would be like New York and like, kind of how Texas is, where like they take pride in being like, we're not that. We're not that. This is like.
Did they have baseball up there?
Of course,
they do.
Of course, they have Las Águilas there. Those are the 2 biggest teams. That's Mets and that would be like Mets and that would be like Yankees Boston really.
Yeah.
Las Águilas, they're good too, and like all the North players, the players from the North, they play up there.
I almost went to an Águilas game.
That's like top.
Yeah, I think they were playing either Escondido or what is this?
If they play Licey Águila is the biggest rivalry on the island.
No, really?
The biggest rivalry on the island.
Escogido. Sorry.
They're capital too.
And at least share the stadium.
Same town.
So
same
it's like
capital,
they'll have their own like.
It would be
Wall
like
of
Mets
Fame.
and Yankees because New York, the city,
It'd
Santo
be
Domingo.
like Giants Jets.
Yeah,
They literally share the stadium.
Yeah,
and they're the only teams in town. Yeah.
Yeah, because Santo Domingo is the big city, so they have 2 teams.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me more about the North.
Oh yeah, so the North.
So much I want to get into with this one. Fuck.
The North is like that's what they call the campo, which is like the campo would be, I guess the farm, but it's like the country farm. I don't know what the real translation for the word.
Because campesino is like is that a guy from that place?
Yeah, it's like it's I would be like a farmer, I guess. A campesino, but not a farm in the traditional sense of the way you see it here. Although they have cows and chickens and all that. But you just eat. I mean, their food is really
campesino like one of those Mexican country stars. Don't they call those campesinos?
It could be. They could be a campesino too. But that's like a farmer though, right?
Yeah.
Like that would just be like an American farmer. I know it's probably sound ignorant, but they have a whole
I'm
thing.
ignorant of it. I'm okay.
I know,
with
but
that.
I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But I know it in Spanish. I know campesino in Spanish. You know, but my grandfather, my parents, they were all born in a campo. Which is like basically a farm where you have you have the mango trees, the avocado trees, you have chickens, cows over there. So they're like that's like the countryside. You know, if you thought the capital, I mean over there, like it's and of course you know everything has advanced a ton, but they still have sections where they don't have bathrooms. They'll have like a latrina, outhouse.
Oh, really?
Like, I've been to those in DR too.
You stayed in those places?
No, I've never stayed in there, but I've been to places that have those.
You can't drive from Santo Domingo to the top. Can you?
You can drive throughout the whole country, of course. Yeah.
I mean, how long is the drive?
The drive from the capital to Santiago is about 2-3 hours.
The capital is the northern one, right?
The capital's on the bottom.
That's Santo Domingo.
That's Santo Domingo. Santiago's in the north.
Oh, okay. It's how long? 2 or 3 hours?
About 2-3 hours.
That's not bad.
There's like a new road. You could do it in like 90 minutes.
Oh, that's not okay.
And then to Puerto Plata will probably be the furthest drive, and that'll be like 4 or 5 hours.
Punta Cana?
From Puerto Plata. That's the northern tourist place.
Okay.
Punta Cana's on the south.
Yeah, that was the other thing I didn't know. Yeah. As soon as I asked, I'm like, oh, there's 5 different places it flies to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ian, where am I supposed to fly?
Yeah, there's Puerto Plata, there's Santiago, there's Santo Domingo, there's La Romana, and there's Punta Cana.
Damn.
It's 5 places. The La Romana one is not that big, but all the other ones, yeah.
What do people do in the north? Like, what's the vibe difference?
The vibe there, like I mean, it's like same thing as it's like New York City versus what they would do in the South. So it's like you go to like out in New York City, it's like the city people where everybody's like dressed like city people and they're dressed like
Santo Domingo. They were like, don't wear shorts.
Yeah, that's like the
right?
thing. Yeah,
is that like
that's
a
like
thing?
The thing.
I'm glad I read that beforehand.
In
so
the north, it would be like
wear pants.
Wear shorts, we wear
really?
shorts and slippers. Yeah, it's the countryside. Like and of course they have there's major cities. Like the South has major cities here. Like the South still has like Atlanta, which would be like New York.
But it's a southern version of a major city.
Yes.
As opposed to like Boston and Philadelphia and New York is like a northern version of a city.
Right. Yeah. So is that. So up there they're more and I love them both because it depends like what you want. Like sometimes I'm like in the mood for like a more city thing. to be in DR, but I want to be like I want to feel like I'm at home. But then sometimes like, I want to go to the country. I want to go to the country parties, get the home cooking. Like,
really?
Like, yeah.
Is the food different up there?
It's the same food, but the seasoning ways is different. Like some food you eat and you're like, oh, that's how they make it in the north or versus the south.
That's how Ecuador was too.
It's the same
different
food.
regions make it like a little different.
A little different, yeah. But it's
Thailand
the same,
too is like that.
It's same food, but yeah. But there's a lot of, I mean, the country we're a prideful country, so the country has like a lot of pride, but then like regionally there's a lot of pride. So there's always like the thing of like the north versus the south, right? There's the city boys versus the country boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's like a thing. Yeah, and in the south, in the Santo Domingo, we tend to be darker, like me, versus in the north they tend to be lighter.
Like me.
Yeah, like you, just like you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big range there.
Yeah.
Of like, or here too with Dominicans.
There's a huge.
Why are there
range.
so many Dominicans here?
In New York?
Yeah.
I think after Trujillo, which is a famous dictator in the country, I think after his reign, a lot of people fled. A lot of people fled to New York.
Why New York?
We started. I'm not sure why New York. I'm not sure.
I know why the Mexicans go to L.A. It's like you can walk there.
Yeah.
But like, why? Yeah, why did that?
Why New York City? But I mean, does anyone need a reason? I mean, everyone's in New York City, right?
No, but there's a big population of Dominicans that come. It's like they're all here in New York.
I know, but I'm saying there was also a big population of Italians. There was a big population of Jewish people. There's a big population of Irish.
Good point.
Like I feel like everyone was coming here.
Yeah, good point. But there are also Italians in L.A.
Yeah,
and
but Dominicans
is
too far. It's too far.
Too far, right?
It's too far. Yeah, they're getting there now, but it's too far. And also, the Mexicans had it on lock over there.
Yeah. Like
where it was like, that's just dumb. Like that's just dumb. And they're like, I mean, I'm like you. So when I go to a place, I like to immerse myself in the culture. When you're in LA, like you can't help but be Mexican. Like you just like, yeah.
That's when I thought it was racist when I got there. Like he's a Mexican guard. Like you can't say it. It's like saying like Oriental.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Like,
and
no,
then they were like,
Mexico.
they're all Mexican. You're like, no.
Yeah.
But
and I remember being in LA. That was the first time I saw like a real Mexican like gangster. Like I was doing a taping, and one of the comics, he was Mexican. Like he had a crew. Like and the crew came and it was like Mexican, like face tattoos and I'm like, this is the people I see in movies. I've never seen one like this in person. Like Mexican gangster.
Damn.
They had it on lock, but it's the same thing. Like the way Mexicans did Los Angeles, Dominicans did New York.
Took it over.
Yeah.
What are the chicks like in DR?
Oh, I mean, the women, in my opinion, some of the most beautiful. I mean,
it's interesting.
Beautiful women.
It's interesting.
Ever.
Yeah.
Sex tourism is big over there.
A lot of hookers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I got advice. I was going to say. The advice I wanted was like, hey, I'm going to go to this cigar store. And they go, don't walk there. Take an Uber. And I was like, why? Like, because it's right by the Malecón at night.
Oh, at Malecón at night. Yeah.
And I was like, it's dangerous. Like, it's. And they didn't say anything. And then as it was going, like, they wouldn't say specifically. They're like, it's just better not to. There's stuff there.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like.
But I was walking there, and then some trans hooker was like, "Hey, what's up? You want to party?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, that's what you meant. There's stuff going on."
Right. In her defense, you look like you want to party.
Yeah, and I'm walking alone. alone.
Yeah.
Of course.
You
it's
definitely
like,
fit a description of a guy.
Yes, absolutely. No shame on her.
It wasn't on her. Yeah,
it was just like you want some advice on where to go. Like, say it out.
At night over there is not great at that. But like that's what it's
further
that's
up.
For that. It's like like going to the red light district and being like, what's with the prostitutes?
How dare you?
Yeah, this is what that area is.
Yeah.
But
okay, so there's a lot of sex tourism.
I didn't even know. To be honest, I didn't even know about the sex tourism until I got older. Like when I got older, like because I've been going to Dominican Republic since I was a kid. My family's from there, and we would just go for good, clean family fun. And then after I got older, I started going, and I was like, oh man, there's a whole thing of men who come out here for the prostitution.
Are the chicks in general? Besides, I mean, I guess so. Where do you get the prostitutes there? I don't think I even saw them.
Dude, I mean, it's gotten pretty bad. Depending on where you go, you can assume you just go where they're at. You know where they're at. There's places you go where like everyone there. I mean, it'll look like a bar where everyone's having a good time, but it's just like this is like everyone here is working.
In Cambodia, I noticed that. Like you walk into some and you're like, oh, it's one of these places. It's a sex tourism spot.
Yeah. And then it like I feel like. They're working. They need them. All of them have like. There's a reason they're there. All of them.
Still feels kind of sad.
I mean, it is kind of sad. But like, I've never been with one. But like, I've had conversations with them.
Oh, really? Smell my finger, dude. I just came from one. No.
I've had conversations with them where they're like, like I don't want to be doing this, but I have a kid, and you can't get a job and stuff. So it's like whatever. But I feel like it I feel like there was a time where it trickled into like it was leaking into normal society. So I wouldn't frequent places that I knew was known for prostitution. But then you would frequent like a regular bar, and then you'd meet a regular girl who might like you, but then she would be like, "I'll give you a price," just like
just to see,
because it's like,
dude, that's happening in New York now.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
These like regular person, like occasional hookers.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, would you fuck my friend?" You're like, maybe," and they're like, for like $200. I'm like, "Oh no." She's not. I don't want it that bad.
Yeah.
But they're like throwing it. I think they just do it once in a while.
It's like, and I think
you don't have to register for the Hooker Society.
Yeah, you don't have to join the union.
Yeah, there's no dues, so you can just like do it once in a while.
I think they just tell themselves like,
wild.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he seems cute.
Yeah,
I fuck him.
See
if you can get some money out of it.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, there was a time where that was happening too much. So like at that point, like me and my friends, like we kind of was like, we don't want to keep coming to this. This is like, because we weren't in there for that. We kind of just wanted to hang out and meet cool people.
Sure.
But yeah, that's a big thing. But like, I mean, I think
does that trickle into normal life? Like everyone I know who dates like Thai girls in Thailand, they're like, it's just Thai girls. They're just, it's so much sex, like hookering. They're like, if you hold out, the guy will just go get a hooker. It's like a bodega.
Yeah, I mean,
so
look,
it's like,
we're loving people. So loving people have sex.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Loving people have sex, and it's hot.
Yeah,
and everyone is like sexy.
Everyone's sexy. They all put on such short,
everyone's
skimpy
sexy.
shit.
So you know it's gonna happen. But listen, I mean, I guess it happens in every society. Because I was in Tel Aviv when I went to Israel. I was
Another
in Tel
episode.
Aviv, and I was like, Jesus, these people are horny. These people are horny. Like,
you're welcome.
You feel the horniness early in the morning. I'm like, why you dressed like this for breakfast?
Dude, New York's like that. My first summer here, I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God, everyone's showing off everything.
That's me in Tel Aviv. Yeah. And everyone's so hot, so I feel like it's the same type of thing. And it's like a beach. Anytime there's a beach, you know, it's gonna be that. But I mean, the Dominican women are the great. I think they're the best.
They're so hot.
They're the best.
Are they nice? I was alone, so I didn't really go out. You told
they're
me one
so
place to
loving, and they're so loving, and they like all like motherly, like they're like they were just raised to be like motherly, and then they're like so self-sufficient, and they can cook you a meal, and they're like, I think it's great.
Yeah. What do you do at night there?
When I used to go, I was in my early 20s, so we used to party. So we would go to the club.
45?
We would go. Yeah, I just turned 32. I'm still young, but I don't want
32 and already a special on HBO.
Yeah.
Called comedically romantic.
Romantic comedy.
Romantic comedy.
Yeah, we did a play on it. You know, whatever. It's a lot of dating shit. So it's like, all right, that's how it plays.
I like it. Romantic
and the editor was like, "This
now.
reads sexy," and I was like, "All right, romantic comedy."
Then I am sexy.
Yeah, all right. I guess I'm that guy. But yeah, we used to hit the clubs. We used to go clubs. Now we're more like bar people, lounge people.
Yeah.
Like we want to go smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
You know, at a bar, outdoor bar and stuff. That's like the scene.
Yeah.
And eat. You just eat.
What do you drink there when you go out?
I used to do the whiskey. That used to be whiskey. I did Brugal for sure. For a while, the rum, you do rum, which is like, that's another thing, like, cause that's the thing. You go to like the capital, and a lot of times it's like, you guys are kind of trying to be Americans here. Like,
why? What do you mean?
Cause if I come from the United States, why am I drinking fucking? Why I gotta drink Grey Goose? Like, no, I want to drink Brugal. Like, I came to DR to drink Brugal, but they're like, oh, we don't drink Brugal. It's like, but you're trying to be Americans. Still. But it's like in the North, they don't have that. Like when you go to the thing, they're like, yeah, we're drinking Brugal. We get a bottle of Brugal, we drink it all night. Like Brugal's not a bad rum. Like,
it's not, dude. I never knew rum could taste that good.
Yeah, Brugal's a good rum.
I remember rum from college, and it was like get drunk on like Captain Morgan or something.
Yeah, but if you had a nightclub in like the Capitol, and
over
you order,
ice,
and you
just
order
straight
Brugal,
rum. Yeah,
like they're like, who's this lame?
No.
Yeah, you need to order like the American expensive drinks. So when I used to go, we used to drink a lot of Johnny Walker. We go whiskey. The whiskey's big over there. Daytime we drink Presidente, of course.
Presidente
beers. That's what we drink all day from morning.
That's the normal like local country shit beer.
You just drink beer all day.
Light.
All day.
It's not too heavy.
There's Presidente light, and then you could get the heavy
but
one.
I'm saying
even the heavy one is not. It's not a
yeah,
Guinness.
Right.
No. Yeah. It's still light. You drink that all day. From morning. I mean, obviously if you're not working, but for more. But even if we're, you go have one for lunch.
Oh, what about what's the local drink?
There's Brugal, there's Presidente.
Cocktail.
Well, rum and coke, obviously.
No.
And the mamajuana, but mamajuana, you're not drinking mamajuana every day, you know.
No.
But mamajuana, that's
what's
like,
mamajuana?
Mamajuana is a drink.
I ordered it at that nightclub you go into. She asked me 10 times, and she goes, "No," and I'm like, I just spell it out. She goes, "Oh no, we have that. I thought you were asking for weed." Then like,
she thought you were drinking from marijuana.
Yeah, because I'm a tourist alone. Way too early to go to a nightclub. There was like 3 people in there. I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
I'm start for 3 hours.
Yeah. You went to Euphoria, right?
Lasers going off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? They put you in a booth.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm just sitting here. I ordered one of those and I got the fuck out of there.
You went to Euphoria, right?
Yeah.
I love Venezuela. Euphoria, like that was like, I mean, it has had a resurgence, but in the 2010s, like that was the spot in the Dominican Republic. Like,
really?
Jay-Z and Beyonce went there. Rihanna went there. Like that was like, if you were there, that was the club.
Wow.
Like where you get in, and now it's like coming back, like that as like a hot spot. But mamajuana's good. Mamajuana's more like of a beach drink. So if like you get it at the beach, that's the thing too. Did you go to Boca Chica?
I went to Boca Chica.
Boca Chica's great.
Wait. Hey, this just hit me. We'll talk about Boca Chica.
Yeah.
What would you say if I pause this right now and I brought the mamajuana shit back with me and I made some?
You have some?
I have not tried it yet.
You have it for months?
Yeah.
Fermenting?
Yeah.
And it's wait, but is it?
It's corked. I made it 2 instructions. I asked everybody there, how do you make it?
You did the wine.
Did the wine.
Poured the wine
Brugal.
out. And then Brugal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brugal, little honey.
All right, so yeah, let's have a shot. Let's do it.
Wait right here.
All right.
Dude, I have not tried it yet. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Here.
Now this is Brugal.
That's Brugal.
This is extra viejo Brugal. Now this is like DR. Like this is like Dominican shit. Like,
yeah,
if you,
but it's
like,
good.
Yeah, like you take this,
Sounded
like
bad.
you going to the beach.
Yeah.
On a you take this with a don't make like this, like I know here you'll go to the beach, they'll make like a charcuterie board or like they'll have little snacks in the cooler, tuna fish sandwiches. You take one of these with a pot of spaghetti. Go to the beach. That's what they do. Like,
that's what they do.
That's like the most.
It's
Dominican
crazy.
shit.
They just bring out this picnic with just rum.
Yeah.
Rum, beers, and like spaghetti.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Yeah, that's
it's
what they
not
do.
a beach food.
Yeah.
That soaks up sand.
Yeah, but they do it. That's it. And this is the mamajuana.
That's the mamajuana. So they said you can't get it in with
alcohol in it.
No, you need to put alcohol in it. But then you got to claim it.
What do you mean you can't get it in?
If it's just the sticks, it's all these sticks, right?
Yeah.
And whatever spices and elise and whatever.
Yeah.
If it's just the sticks, then you have to register it because the agriculture board won't let you get in there.
I've gotten them in.
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time.
What I did was I taped a $5 bill to this and I put it in my check bag. And I figured, like, if you catch us, you know what this is.
Yeah.
Keep the fucking
They didn't
5.
take it, right?
They didn't take it.
Yeah.
5 was on me still.
Yeah.
But that's the advice I got.
No. Yeah.
But otherwise, they say you got to fill it up with the wine ahead of time.
Yeah.
Or some sort of liquid.
Yeah.
And so then you bring it as a drink.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't crawl off ever agriculture.
Now this is a traditional like Dominican mamajuana. Like where you bought this, Boca Chica, or in the capital?
In the capital.
In the capital, and it's all. And it's
But
like,
also, I see them selling at the market with just the big, the jugs of wine, filled with the sticks.
Yeah,
at the
you
little
could
markets.
get one with the sticks, and there's one with like stuff from the ocean. I've seen that one too.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a different kind. But the stick one is the traditional one, and this is like also like a aphrodisiac. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
like,
what they said.
You get this supposedly it gets you going. I mean, not supposedly. I think it might be factually an aphrodisiac.
It could be.
Should we pour?
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess we try without ice and then try with ice. Yeah, but letting ferment. I got some of this for fucking DeRosa's bar.
Oh, okay.
I brought 2, 3 home, 3 for a friend. Yeah.
Oh, that's
no. Yeah, I brought the sticks and I was like, hey, dude. Like, you should sell this.
Yeah.
Any Dominican would be like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, they wouldn't believe you have it.
Right.
They wouldn't believe you did it right, neither.
So, I mean, yeah.
Oh, that smells good.
It does smell good. I'm so excited about this. This is going to bring me back. Is it a lot? How much are you supposed to drink?
That's a lot. Some people drink it in shots. Some people drink it chilled. But they like legend has it not to drink too much because you'll get too horny. Which
We're
I don't
gonna
need.
fuck each other tonight.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is gonna be the first member of You Be Trippin that fucks on podcast.
All right. Toast.
All right. To the Dominican
To the
Republic.
Dominican Republic.
And to the Cecil special.
Yeah. Dude, this is good.
Not bad.
This is a good mamajuana. You prepared it right.
Dry. You can taste like all the spices in it.
Yeah, you prepared this right. This is good.
I shook it up a bunch. Every few days, I'd shake it up.
When you have people over, you just give them a shot.
Let's give them a shot. Maybe I'll do this with we might be drunk.
Yeah. Just give them like a nice little shot.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah,
that's
prepared very well, and you just redo it. Like
you redo it.
You just redo it.
Yes, you just as it goes down, you add a little.
Yeah. Well, you wash it over again. You put the wine.
Yeah.
Put the wine, rinse it out. Put honey, The Brugal again. You don't have to be Brugal. You could use any rum.
Yeah, I know, but I figured like why not
Brugal
honor the fucking country?
Yeah. And you just redo it.
Yeah, the guys, when I looked on the site, like how to get it home and how you do it, whatever, it was like once it's mixed the first time, it's like you can go for about 7 years.
Yeah,
just like re-upping.
This is so fucking Dominican. Like, dude, like a mamajuana drink with like a cigar. Like now, like I mean, I'm only 32, but now like that's more fun than being at the nightclub, like
sipping on that.
Yeah, and like a cool setting, and then
with
like
a breeze, an ocean breeze coming over you.
Yeah, with like good food, like that's the shit. That's the shit. You did good with that. That was good.
Thanks.
That was good.
Damn, it's got like it's like
yeah. It's dry, but it's like sweet also.
Dry.
It's like minty a little bit too.
I'd experiment with it.
Yeah.
You taste the honey.
Yeah. Bring it on Rogan when you do the thing. See how many he'll drink of those.
See,
like prepare a bottle and just have everyone doing shots.
First of all,
if you did that, DR would
go nuts.
They would go nuts if you did that shit, dude. They were like, because that's the thing. Like DR, like I learned this too, because I mean. Before, like, the first thing I ever did was I had a Comedy Central set go viral where I talk about, like, my parents being from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And somehow it got there. Like, they just found it, and, like, they show so much love. Like, when they, especially if, like, it's anything, like, bigging them up or the country up, like, they're just, like, the most supportive, like,
I mean, I loved it.
People, yeah.
I loved it. I was so glad I chose there. And then you helped me. I was like, oh, this is the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're smoking. Just this thick, kind of warm air washes over you.
Yeah, the humid air. Like the beautiful people, and then there's like the food, and also like somebody like you, like they know you're a tourist, which is kind of helps, and it hurts when you're negotiating, but it helps too because like the country relies on tourism. So when your country relies on tourism, you don't do crime to tourists because it's like that's really frowned upon, and like
it hurts the country.
It hurts the country.
If the word
so it's
gets
like
out.
Right. So like when
that's
a
how
cop,
Tijuana was with hookers and STDs.
What do you mean?
They're like, test them and get them out of here if they got anything.
Oh, we don't
like
want.
If word gets out, you're getting a fucking herpes from a.
You won't come.
Horse. No one will come.
Yeah.
So like, get them out.
Yeah.
Get a new one. There's plenty new ones coming.
Yeah, that's how it is. So like, if you were to call the cop, or if you get a cop and a local criminal did a crime to you, like the cop would be very upset. Like, what the like?
Oh wow.
You know how many people are eating off the fact that that they're here, right? So that's like one benefit
that's cool.
Being in tourism.
You want to talk about Uber?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna put one in too.
Uber came into the country, I think, in like 2016. It kind of changed the game. It changed the game completely, to be honest.
I mean, you didn't have to rent a car to get to Boca Chica. You didn't have to rent a car.
No,
and that's like a 2 hour and a half.
And I know the taxis are mad. And shout out to the taxis over there. I know they got mad, but it's like, listen, it used to be you used to have to pay an American.
Yeah.
When you used to land in Santo Domingo to get to Boca Chica, an American $70.
What do they use there? The peso, right?
The pesos, yeah.
Dominican
you couldn't even
peso.
pay in pesos, yeah.
$70?
Dollars. And it's about a 25-minute ride.
It's not that far.
30-minute ride, yeah. Uber came, changed the game, man. For one, it brought more tourism into the country because people started to feel safe.
You didn't have to, right?
You started to feel safe. You could get a cab. You could get anywhere. You didn't have to rent the car.
Yeah.
And then the Uber prices, you can't compete. You can't compete with Uber when it's starting off in a place.
Correct. New York was like $3 to get across.
Yeah, you're like,
this place this is gonna be awesome. Fuck the cab. Let them all go out of business.
Right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Right.
$50 to get fucking 3 blocks away.
Now we're screwed. Yeah.
Screwed.
When Uber gets to a place, there's no beating them.
They decimate with low prices. You can be like, we know what they're going to do, but no one's going to take a fucking $30 cab when they can take a $5 Uber.
Yes, they decimate over there. But what they do, I mean, did this happen to you where the cab?
Yeah, this is what I want to talk about. Go ahead.
They try to make you, you pick up a ride, they'll come pick you up, and then when you get there, they'll be like, can we just cancel the ride and you just give me the cash?
Yeah.
And it depends how you feel.
No. It's not the cash. It's a brand new price.
Oh, they get
there. I'm like, I know you're interested, so now let's talk about how much it's going to cost to go there.
You're a tourist, though.
First of all, since I did a show there, it made the whole trip tax deductible. That's some Jew knowledge from me to you. You do one show anywhere, the whole trip's tax deductible.
Yeah.
But
then you got to put what you made off the show.
Yeah, but not much.
Yeah.
The rest was research.
Yeah.
If I made $200 there for a show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole trip, it doesn't. I'll put $200, and then everything else is going into like. Well, I had all my meals. I have to get those $200. I had to pay for all that.
Yeah. That's good. I need some deductions.
Jew knowledge. Yeah.
Had a decent year.
There you go. But not your whole life, just while you're there.
No, I know.
So for this DR trip,
no, but this is completely taxed. This is all business.
Yeah, it's business.
I'm not even it's not even a vacation.
Yeah, but if you go to that fucking restaurant That right. But I'm saying if you stay 5 more days, that's all tax deductible too.
No, I'm staying for 8 days, but even when I'm not doing shows, I'm doing promo. I'm promoting the special. I'm doing podcasts, like all that. It's all like a business thing.
Exactly.
But yeah, they will do that too. But those guys, you gotta like get the fuck out of here.
Okay, but here's the deal: you're at Boca Chica. That you call and they go, that they call you back. You like Uber, whatever they call you. I'm like, hey, how much to go? So I'm saying, here's what I'm saying. If you just go give me the money, it's like fine, but I normally put it on my credit card.
Yeah.
Tax deductible credit card. That's on my fucking business account. Yeah. So I'm losing now a third to pay you cash.
Yeah.
If it's $100, really after tax exemptions, I'm paying $70.
Yeah.
So what you do is to go back up to $100. What? Split the difference?
No. Here's what you do. When that happens, here's what you do. You tell them leave it on Uber. Leave it on Uber because it's not much money anyway.
Right.
Leave it on Uber and I'll just give you a good tip.
Here's what they said. They kept saying, with the split with Uber, I get nothing. It's like, okay, then I'll give you how much it would have cost. And they go, no, you got to give me way more than that. I called 5 different Ubers in Boca Chica. One of them was like, called me, you like say it, then they call you, and they go, hey man, you're still getting me. So it's still going to be $1,500, not $1,000. So like, you want to do this or not?
You wanted $1,500?
Yeah, instead of $1,000 peso ride.
Which is
15,000. 15,000.
3, 4, 5. It's $7 more.
Yeah, fuck that. It's more than the Uber. Same price, I get it. Anyway, whatever. They did it at the airport
but $7,
too. I had multiple cancellations.
All right, but $1,500 with tip included, that's fine, right?
$1,500 yeah, sure, with tip included.
Yeah, tip included. You tell them tip included.
Whatever it was. I don't remember the exact amount. I can look it up.
No, 15 from where you was at, from Gascoy where you was at, by the Malecon to Boca Chica is 1,500. It's about 1,200 pesos.
Whatever the Uber said, I think it was about that. They wanted to farm 50% more.
That's a lot. That's a lot. But also they, and
like,
they saw you, and they're like, this guy.
I know. Or they just see your profile.
Yeah, because you get a Dominican, and a Dominican will be like, "What do you think? I'm an asshole?"
Yeah. Well, I finally got one who I guess it was new, and he was like, "All right, I'll drive you for the price it is."
Yeah, yeah. Did he say anything, or he was?
No, he didn't say anything. And I asked him. He said there was a lot of dancing around.
Yeah.
He said dancing is really cool there.
Boca Chica, I've been to, I'm not as well traveled as you, but I've been to some places. Boca Chica is top 3 best beaches to me.
Why?
I've ever. I mean,
they were shitting on Boca Chica there.
They
at the
were.
Show. They were shitting on it. They were like, "Oh, what are you gonna have floating turds everywhere?"
But they're like, you're like, no, it was like nice.
No, it's gorgeous. Yeah, fucking paradise, dude.
Yeah, those guys are
I
like.
go to Far Rockaway.
These are like high society. These are like high society guys. So, like they have money. Like some of them have money. So it's like they'll go to like Punta Cana or Hondolia or whatever. But Boca Chica, the food one. I mean, the food is good everywhere. But like the beach food that you could get like right there. It's like, and I have a guy there that like I've been going to for years. So as soon as I show up, he's like, but he already knows, man. Like he'll just.
What do you eat there?
It's fish, fried fish. You gotta get the fried fish.
You told me about that.
Fried fish and tostones. But I get, I get a feast. So it's like fried fish, fried chicken, chicharrones, tostones, fries.
You get all of it.
We get the fucking Brugal bottle. We'll have a bottle. Like we get cigars from the beach. We'll get the Johnny Cakes, which is like the little Johnny Cakes things that with the ladies selling. Some people eat seafood. They'll get the mussels, like on the thing.
I got the mussels.
It's a feast.
I got a fucking concha.
Yeah.
The guy pulled the thing out and then put it in oil and lemon and fucking part of the fucking.
Yeah,
oh my
we
God,
get a
fresh.
feast. I mean,
the fruit salad.
When you go there, you just want to eat like a king, man.
Yeah.
You just want and like that's not like those are like traditional. This is not like no corporate. There's no corporate business there, really.
Right.
These are like traditional mom and pop cooks cooking this. So like that's like some of the most traditional food you could get on the island.
Oh, on this in the stalls, you mean?
In all those like when you're on the beach, like even eat like
the ones who walk by.
Well, the ones who walk by, and even a lot of the huts cooking, which you would be like, yo, this is not. I don't want it. Like, cause I remember being that. Like the first time I went, I was like, I don't want to eat from here. This doesn't seem safe. But then I ate, and it was like, no, this is great.
It's so good.
Some of the best food.
Is it just like fresh fish?
Yeah.
It's all coming up from right there.
From right there. They fish it. Yeah. They can't be more than a day or two old.
It can't be.
Yeah, it's fresh fish.
Unless,
and you probably didn't go, but like there's like, did you go to the section like at the end of the beach is like a whole thing of huts. It's like a food market, but it's all huts.
On this, if you're facing the beach to the right.
Yeah, all the way in, all the way at the end.
Yeah, I did go there. That's where I ate.
Yeah, those places.
Delicious.
You
must have told me about that. How would I find it otherwise?
I think Bourdain went there.
Really?
I think when Bourdain, I think his Boca Chica episode, I think he went there.
How's he doing now? I got to see his new show. Yeah.
That's like the most, like that is like
real,
hot, like top shelf traditional Dominican food. Like these are people who are like, First of all, it's dirt cheap. So it's
dirt cheap.
You kind of like you give them like more than whatever they ask is like, and these are like mom and pop people who like been cooking for 50 years, and just make the best food that like everything is fried. Like you're not gonna get no vegan shit there.
No,
everything's
fried.
Everything is deep fried. And it's just like great, like the fried fish, the Johnny Queques. They do. You get the fried potato, like little fried potato or fried yuca. You have fried yuca?
Yeah.
Fried yuca is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's so
the
good.
Tostones are really good too. And if they don't have them, just go, can I have some tostones too?
Yeah.
And they're like, sure, we can have some
I mean,
of that.
there's no like, that's like one of the beautiful things about like why Dominicans love going to the country. There's no like, we don't have, like, we'll get it. Like,
yeah, they buy it.
We'll
okay,
get it.
I asked somebody, they went to the stall next to them, got it, like it's my business.
We'll get
Can
it,
you sell me a fish?
Yeah.
And then I'll cook it for this idiot.
There's no thing of like, we don't have.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get what you need. What do you want?
Stay there. Okay, stay.
Yeah, whatever
you want.
want.
And they will go get it.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Ecuador was like that too. The guy was like making fresh ceviche, and he was. It's another episode, but he was like, do you want lime? I was like, yeah. He goes,
you could.
And he goes like, stay here, and he went to a store like he was back in 20 minutes.
If you were craving something at Boca Chica, that like, let's say you were craving like a thing that they made in the capital, you could be like, I want this, and they'll be like, how? Like, if you really want it, we'll go get it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go get it. No, it's not a problem at all. Like, that's the type of like hospitality that like. I mean, it makes you feel like a king, to be honest. Yeah. Especially when you're in like a group.
You go with the group usually?
I'll go with like my cousins. Like I'll go with like two of my cousins, and then like if like their girlfriends are there. I mean, I had a girlfriend who lived there for a while, and like we would go out and it'd be like a big group, and it's just like it makes you feel like that scene in Goodfellas when he walks in through the back.
Your dollar definitely goes further there.
Yeah, where they're like, they'll get a table. I mean, dude, I got a beach guy at Boca Chica where literally when I walk in, it's like Goodfellas. Like,
really?
He's like, it's like whoever's up, like this section, you got to get up. Like,
we're
sitting in this section. Yeah, I've been going to him. Shout out to Jose in Boca Chica.
I've
been going to him.
He just knows you.
Yeah,
it's crazy because also like it's 5 months in between visits.
It's been years since I've been there.
But I'm saying, like, every time you do go, he's like, it's not like you're there every day. It's like,
but
you've been here in years. Like, oh yeah, you.
But you know, when you if you go there, if you eat in a feast, you make yourself you're memorable. You know,
that's a good
point. Like we know with this guy, like as soon as we show up, it's like, and also like we want to show love, we want to support. We know that the economy is not good, and if you got a couple dollars, you want to get, and these are good people. They're not like doing shady shit. You want to show love, so it's like, dude, bring everything out, bring it all out.
I love when they take care of you. Like if you give them a little, like it's just a great when you make that connection with somebody when you're traveling. I learned I don't speak Spanish, I try, but I don't. I didn't get it taught when I was little, so I do the best I can, But that guy at Pijar, he's making it, and I was like, what about this? He goes, I got you. Like I could tell, like through broken, he was like, I got you. I'll take care of you. And I was just like learning, like, tú es artista para comer. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, man. And, and every time he's like, all right. I got new shit for you.
Yeah.
It's like they get into the vibe of it.
Yeah.
You're excited.
I'm a big food person like that too, where it's like, I like overindulge too much. It's kind of like not good, but you have to over there. Like, I mean, but honestly, from their perspective, like, and you'll get this, like, if you ever went to, like, if you visited somebody's home or something, you'll see that from their perspective, it's like an honor. It's almost
right. That guy was like, sweet, I get to cook, but this guy appreciates it.
Yeah, it's almost disrespectful if you don't
flood him with food.
Yeah, for you not to deny their food.
For you to deny it.
To deny their food, because that's like a big way of Dominicans showing love. Which is like with their cuisine, so it's like you gotta just be like, like, and at worst case you just don't eat it, but like you gotta be like, because it's like an honor.
I got that chicharron every time, and then I worked my way around the rest of it.
And they didn't even like have an idea who you were. Like if they would have known, if they would have known who you were, you wouldn't have been able to leave. They would have just been giving you food. Like they would have sat you like in the back, would have given you food and giving you, because they wanted like. That's the way. I mean, pictures.
Has Gaffigan ever performed there? DR?
I think he has. I'm not sure. I think he has.
I was trying to figure out if I was the biggest comic to ever perform there, outside of.
You were definitely the biggest comic at the comedy club.
Yeah.
At the comedy club for sure. But I think Gaffigan might have done like Punta Cana, like for the tourists. And
that guy's got to get that tour going. What's his name that books the show there?
Who'd you speak to?
The guy who ran it.
Damn, I'm blank. Randy was because Tomas. Tomas is the owner, but Randy's the promoter. Randy.
Tomas.
Yeah.
He was just like, what do we got to do? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell people either Punta Cana and
Yeah.
Santo Domingo, or
Yeah.
like ask people what they want to do.
Yeah.
He goes, I can do gigs everywhere. I'm like, do it. There's so many comics that would go.
Well, I mean, when I'm going for next week, and I think they're like pretty much rolling
Monroe?
out the
I
red
told
carpet.
Monroe.
I told Monroe too. I spoke
Monroe
to
would
Monroe.
definitely go.
Yeah, I spoke to Monroe. I think they're rolling out the red carpet for me because they know that like if
You're
this
an
goes
ambassador.
well, yeah, I'm like I could connect them with the
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
who want to do because they want to get Norman out there too. They.
But I told him if you make it worth it, like so there's you can trade where it's like if you're going to a ski festival, it's like
Yeah.
oh the town can get your ski lift tickets.
Yeah. Well, that's the
And
thing.
it costs
Like
them nothing, but it would cost us $200.
I'm going there. They with the promotion, they got everything. Like
Yeah,
they got
right.
the-
So I'm like-
they
so
got
I'm
me
like-
a place to stay. They got me
So
an
that is
Airbnb.
money.
They got me a
Right,
car.
that is money.
They got
If
me
you get you a
driver,
car,
yeah.
it's like that
Yeah.
would saves you money, so it's
Yeah.
worth it to go out there for a great time.
Yeah. But the top thing is
Yeah.
over everything, as I find it is in comedy, if the shows are good.
That's a good
It could
point.
be the worst thing. If the shows are good,
Yeah.
you can convince a comedian to go anywhere.
Yeah. That show was really fun.
Yeah, if it is, you can
It
convince
was
a comedian
really
to go
fun.
anywhere.
The show was
For
good.
me. I mean, it's gonna be like a fucking. It's like I'm doing the garden for me because it's like this is where my parents were born. Like for me to
Damn,
be able
really?
to like go back there and like sell out a show of people who want to see me in
Yeah.
an art that like they didn't even really respect my parents. But
Right.
So
it's like we don't even have that when we grew up.
Right,
and
right.
you want to do this thing we didn't even have.
Right. So to be able to sell it out like that's and that's my grandfather's still there. I got aunts and uncles over there. Like
Yeah.
that's a huge deal for me to be able to do that.
Damn.
And then I mean I got to take some time out to like do the cool shit too though.
Yeah. Do you ever go to the mountains and go hiking and stuff
Of course,
there?
yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I've done.
What are those like? I didn't get to that.
I mean, we're from the mountains in the north, more in the Cibao. That's the campo. The Cibao, you can find them more. But where the town we're from, San Cristobal, that's like a campo town too. So it's like my dad was born on like a farm, and that's how he grew up. So
Oh, really?
my grandfather owns a huge farm, and you go on the farm and there's mountains you can hike.
Where's
and
San
everything.
Cristobal say it's
Right
Cuba.
here, right here. It's
At the bottom.
literally like 20 miles from the capital.
Oh, in between. So do you pass that to get to Boca Chica?
No, it's on the other side.
Other side of Boca
Other
Chica.
side, going the other side, going west.
Oh.
No, yeah, going west.
Going.
Going west.
No, west.
Going south and west. South.
Wait.
Santo Domingo's right here.
Yeah.
Santo Domingo's like right here.
Yeah.
And San Cristobal's like really on the edge.
That way or
So
this
it's going
way?
no, it's going west. It's going west.
To get to San Cristobal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
West.
Boca Chica's the other way.
Boca
Okay, I
Chica's
get it.
east.
Yeah.
And the east is all beach. Like some of the best beaches is Juan Dolio, which is a great beach. You didn't go to Juan Dolio. Juan Dolio is the next beach over Boca Chica.
But it's like further and further and further. I wanted to go to these places, but it was like there's another 30 minutes, another
Yeah.
40 minutes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't have that much time.
Yeah. Juan Dolio, La Romana, and then Punta Cana.
Tell me about the resorts.
The resorts. I got done with the resorts. I dated. I
Lewis just said the same shit about
did he?
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yep.
My girlfriend. I met my girlfriend at the time when I was like 21 at a resort. She was working at a resort, and I met her. And she was like a young girl out of college. She was working the front desk at a resort. We became friends. We started dating, and I spent like 4 years going to Dominican Republic and going to resorts with her. So I've stayed at over like 30 resorts, and I'm just good on them. Like they're fine, they're good. People are like, oh, this is so nice, and I'm like, it's fine. Also, like I don't know, I feel like comedians, we're not like resort people.
We're not resort people.
No, we're not.
just really not resort
But it's
people.
not our thing.
Uh-uh.
But it's great. Like I go to a resort, but it's great. But like we're more like now my family. We're planning like a family like vacation reunion. Like, and we rented a house. We're more like rent a house people. Like let's just rent a big house and
Yeah.
like all like do the shit.
I
we
did an
want.
island hopping comedy trip in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And it was like
I wanna do
on Maui, it was like there is a nice resort where it's like really spacious and it's not all inclusive, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like that was cool, but the rest like house. Yeah.
We're house like you get a
Yeah.
house. We get a house and a fucking Dominican chef to just cook nonstop. That's like
This is what Lewis was saying about Jamaica.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just like nonstop. Like just keep the food coming. Like just never stop cooking.
Wow.
When my family gets together, like that's how it is. It's like it's just nonstop cooking. It's
Damn.
like women seasoning shit, men like grilling shit. Like it's almost like it feels gluttonous. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's just nonstop.
That sounds cool.
Dude, it's just nonstop. Like I remember my mom passed last year, but she was like a big like my mom was like the head of the family, who was like the person who would get all together. So my sister bought like a house in the Poconos, so we have like retreats and getaways to the Poconos. And I remember like in our get-togethers, like dude, we would just wake up like I'm in the mood for steaks, and they were like, all right, go spend $200 on steak. And I remember like the last time we were there, like my cousin was in the mood for steak, and I'm like, I kind of want seafood, and they're like, all right, so just get some. So we had literally like a feast of like steak, shrimp, and lobster. And I remember when we sat at the table and we were like, who are we? Like, what the fuck? I'm like. Like, what the fuck? We're not these people.
We're not these people.
Yeah, we're not these people. Steak, shrimp, and lobster. Like, who are we? The royal family? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, but we're like, it's just so gluttonous. But the culture is like that. Like, food is is literally like a love language in Dominican Republic. Like, it is.
So you visit family when you're there?
Yeah. Yeah, I got family.
And they take care of you.
I mean, it's just like, it's the way they show love. I mean, when you come from like a poor place, a poor country where like you came up with like not a lot of money, and the only thing you could really do is just food. You don't need like a ton of money for that. Yeah, like because a lot of the cuisine is made from the scraps. It's like soul food is like made from the scraps. Like chicharrón. Rich people. That's not what the rich people are eating. Fried pig stomach.
Idiots. Fried pig. They're not eating fried pig stomach.
Yeah, that's not what they were eating. And then you didn't even go like, because there was certain place where I'm like, I can't send you to this by yourself. Like I can't just send you to this. Like you have to like have somebody showing you around. Like certain things like there's fritura over there, which is fritura is like the fried food scene, which like you got to go to the hood for that. Like it's like
what's there?
It's street food, fried street food, but it's like. You got to go to the best places are in the most hood places.
Like I need protection there.
Not protection, just somebody who knows who knows around. Yeah,
right,
it's not like you're gonna get around. But I wouldn't send you to wander there.
Right.
You know, like they're fine. Like you go but there's gonna be a line, like people are eating, but like you stand out.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna send you somewhere to like somebody who's from there. I'll be like, yeah, go here. You know, they'll go. But it's just like it's like a scene. It's like a whole scene of like, what can't we fry? Like we'll fry anything. So
like
it's
what?
like, dude. There's like I was just talking about this with my family. Like I don't really eat with it. When I go there, like I'll have like chicharrón, chicken, pork chicharrón, longaniza, which is like
lobster,
have longaniza?
Little lobster.
No, longaniza is
like
longanista. Longaniza is I think is intestine. It's like fried intestine. It's so good. And I don't eat weird shit, but it's so good, dude. It's so good. It's like fried cow intestine, I think.
Damn, I want to look up longaniza.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, dude, you could get fried cow tongue, fried cow ears.
What is that? Lengua?
Lengua, yeah. That's like a thing. Like lengua. You could get bofe, which is like fried pig lung, I think.
Longanisa.
Yeah, longa, N-I-Z-A.
Longaniza food.
Longaniza.
Sausage?
It's like sausage, yeah. It's like pork sausage.
Esta?
Yeah. Oh, but it's like pig intestine. It's like,
it looks great.
Dude, it is one of the best tasting food. Dude, no, that's intestine.
Similar to chorizo, also closely associated with Portuguese linguica.
I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I know it's not anything good. Bofe, I believe, is lung. It's like pig lung. It's like illegal in like the States.
Really?
You can't sell lung. Yeah, like
I gotta
you
get
can't sell
some
cow lung.
I gotta get some of that. I want to eat shit I can't get home.
Morcilla is like fried blood. It's like pig blood thing fried, and it's like so good. It's like the worst things, but it's so good. It's like a scene, and I know some people gonna watch this are gonna be like, "This is just gross," but
no,
it's
I just
a real
know.
thing.
I want to know what is that?
Yeah.
Say that one again.
Morosa. Which one?
The blood.
The morcilla, Morsilla.
Morcilla. Blood sausage.
Blood sausage. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude. I think that's another thing like Bourdain had when he went to DR.
Blood sausage. Oh yeah. No, they have this in like the UK also.
Yeah.
Red rice morcilla sausage.
This is like deep fried and like.
Damn. It looks gross when it's not cooked. It's black.
And yeah, it's black, and you get it, and you
look at those tostones on top.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get it with tostones like that. Oh man.
Wow. Look at this upscale, like at a nice restaurant. Like their version of it. That with the fried
blood
egg
sausage.
and
rich people ruin everything.
Yeah, they really do.
But yeah, you just man, I'm excited to go next week. I'm gonna have.
You're going next week?
Yeah, I'm gonna have all this shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
How can you not? Dude, that place was like probably my highlight. When I think of DR, I think of that baseball game.
The baseball game.
And I think of that fucking
restaurant.
Yeah, that restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep saying the name because I was like, I don't want, but it's like that was the only place I got recognized at that place.
Yeah.
By a guy from Cuba.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you were ordering?
I was at my table.
And what did he say?
He was like, "Hey, you're not a comedian, are you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast."
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the only place. It was great. What a great fucking time. I couldn't have picked any better than that.
Yeah, that place is great. That place is a gem in the capital.
Yeah.
But that's like just one of many. That's like one of many. That's not like
really.
Yeah, that's like going to a pizzeria here where you're like, oh, this pizza was good, and you're like, yeah, you got to try this place.
That's why I bleep out names of places where I'm like, just they're there. Let's
yeah,
go.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like it to get crowded and stuff.
I don't like to get crowded.
But this place is crowded though. No matter what.
Crowded.
Like it's not a hidden gem.
Yeah.
It's like known. This is not like something you're finding, like hidden gem.
Damn, it was so fucking
like
good.
the huts in the back of Boca Chica, those are hidden gems. Like,
yeah.
If you were to shout out like a certain hut, like
hut, it would get like, oh, I guess we got to go there.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody to say, like, I guess we got to go there. I'm like, find your own. I'm sure there's other ones. It's not like you've tried every one.
Yeah, no.
You had one. You're like, I like this. I'm going back there every time.
Yeah. That place. I mean, we kind of got lost in food because it's like
did. It's so fucking good. I was not, but the empanadas are great, and then you could just be like $1, pretty much. You get a corn one or a cheese one or maybe too much.
$1?
Maybe it was 40 cents.
Yeah,
I don't remember, dude. I don't remember anymore.
That's like, I mean,
I don't remember the price.
Like
I just remember
pesos.
everything going. This is nothing. Just take it. Not quite like Southeast Asia, but just like pretty fucking cheap for everything.
Yeah, it's cheap. I mean, also like where you were eating, also those are like expensive places because you're like in the city. Like these are like those are like expensive places. These aren't like local.
Oh right.
Yeah,
probably where you are.
Yeah,
San Cristobal.
San Cristobal. Yeah,
it's probably like it's not upscale.
No. Like the stuff is definitely cheaper. Obviously, if you're in New York City, it's cheaper than they are like in Staten Island. Yeah,
exactly. Fuck Staten Island.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this. Let's just say here is Santo Domingo, and here's Boca Chica. No, I'm sorry. Here's Boca Chica.
Yeah.
Here's Santa Cristobal.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to these mountains up here?
Yeah, that would be Santiago. That would be the north.
No, and then the north is here, but like you go up and like this way, and there's actual mountains.
The north is like a region. It's not like actual north. That's also the north, but the north is like everything north of the capital.
Oh.
That's
really?
Because it's like a small island.
That's where it changes. Like
yeah,
vibe.
It's like everything north of the capital is like the north. That is called El Cibao.
And what is that?
El Cibao. That's just the name of the region. It's like a bunch of towns over there. And yeah, I've been through there.
Is it nice hiking?
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean like you hiked in like Peru and shit, and right?
Nope.
Or Ecuador?
Ecuador, yeah.
Ecuador, yeah.
But it's nice in those places. Tell me this is my. No one's really on. They have trails, but no one's really on them. So it's like makes it way better.
I don't think hiking is like a pastime over there. Right. I don't think people are doing it. But I'm also like a guy like I get bit by shit.
Yeah,
like
true.
I get bit by animals. Like if there's like a wild animal that shouldn't bite you, it's biting me.
What do you mean?
Like I don't know. Like
You've been bit?
I've been bit. Like
by
mosquito wise. Like
mosquito
wise.
yeah.
Like I get destroyed.
Yeah.
Like
God,
do you get
sucks.
bit?
Yeah, I put heavy deed on.
But some people like even with
deed,
like I get bit, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Some people I've sat next to some people like there's no mosquitoes and I'm like I'm getting killed.
What the fuck are those people? Indians.
Yeah.
Indians
well, I heard it's like your blood type.
Yeah. They like your blood.
Yeah.
Hey, so they got to wrap it up soon. How do they feel about tourists there? What would you say?
I mean, they're the bloodline of the economy.
So were they nice in general, or are they like I found them to be, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
mean,
it was different.
Tourists are like, yeah, it's a different thing. I mean, tourists like when the pandemic hit, they got destroyed. Like
I realized how much I liked it.
They got destroyed. I mean, yeah, tourism is the bloodline of the country.
Like in Spain, in Genoa, and like places like that. They kind of hate tourists. They're like, quit with these Airbnbs. You're driving up prices. We don't want you here.
No.
It's not like that at all.
Not like that at all. And also, Dominican as a people, we're also like very like we're kind of like a braggadocious people. So we're like, come so we can show you how dope we are, kind of energy. So you kind of always feel that vibe. Like they don't want you like they want you to come and have a good time. We like to be the host.
That's nice.
Like that's like a thing.
That's nice.
Like,
I'll be a host. Let's smoke one of these fucking.
Dominicans.
Opus X.
Yeah, you got
Fuente.
Opus?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a
really
Fuente
nice
too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you a really nice one.
All right.
Dude, honestly, having your help on that trip made that trip fucking a billion times better.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was dude, those dudes thanked me so much for getting you to like go over there. Like they were like so grateful. They could not believe it. That's like the humbleness, the beautiful. I mean, you don't get that in America. I mean, you could get that in some small cities in America. Like when you go and they're just so grateful that you came. Like
Yeah, right.
when you do the road, like
doing
sometimes
here? I'm like, I don't
they're
know.
like, yeah, you do the road sometimes, and they're like, I'm so glad you came. Like I can't believe you
Boise?
came here, and you're like,
Like, yeah.
you're like, well, they paid me.
It wasn't out of the goodness of my heart.
Yeah.
They're just like, want this
Yeah.
date, this day,
Right.
this
But
much money. Okay.
In DR, they have that, man, where it's like, thank you so much for coming. Like,
Yeah.
we want you to enjoy it, and we want you to tell people about it.
Do you have any, before we go, something I like to ask people, one, do you have any countries in your mind that you want to like, hey, that's been itching, at some point I want to go to such and such country?
Yeah, I knocked 2 of them out this year. One of them was Israel. And the other one I just did London. I never had been to UK.
Okay.
I've never been to Europe.
And it gnawed on you? Like, people ask me, like,
No.
do you want to go to Russia? I'm like, not at all.
No, London not so much. London is like New York. I
But
mean,
Israel
it's
you've always thought
But
about?
Israel for sure. Israel for sure.
What else?
And
What's
I
in
was
it?
on the Mediterranean. Like I was on my hotel. I was overlooking the Mediterranean. Like this, I was
Yeah.
like, this is insane. Greece.
Greece. That's
Greece.
what Lewis said, too.
Greece?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you see it like on photo. You see everybody's like posting when they're on the top of that hill, like Mykonos and all the
Yeah.
white houses and shit. You been to Greece?
No.
Yeah.
But
Greece.
Stavi always
Yeah.
goes, and I guess
Yeah.
Giannis goes a lot.
Yeah, and the food is amazing.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And Greek people, like Greek Americans, they all go back to Greece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Dominicans ones don't always go back there. Egyptians don't always go back there.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
Jews don't go back to Israel. But
Yeah.
Greek people go to Greece a lot.
Yeah. Greece, and that would probably
Greece.
And then
Nice.
I want to do Italy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But if I had to pick one, Greece. Yeah.
And then
Monroe just did Africa. He's trying to hook me up with the guy
he
in
did
Africa.
this podcast.
I
dude.
want to.
It was amazing. You should do that trip.
Yeah?
You should do that
Yeah.
trip.
He told me it's like 20 hours to get there, but
Fuck that, dude. Stay
Yeah.
as long as you can. Stay
Yeah.
after the gigs.
Yeah.
He hooks you up right. Safari. The sunrises. Dude, yeah. If
Yeah,
you have
I'm
a
gonna do
chance.
that.
Just like
Yeah.
Monroe want to go to DR,
Yeah.
you would want to go there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He
it was
went
great.
to Kenya, right?
Yeah.
Nairobi.
Yeah, Nairobi.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
That's a
the
big one, too.
pictures
I
were
wanna go to Africa.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. I want to go to Africa. I mean, I
And
did.
the animals.
I did my ancestry DNA shit that everyone does, and
Yeah.
I was
You're
like
part African?
slightly, yeah. I found like 65% of my ancestry comes from like West Africa.
Really?
Yeah. So I definitely want to go over there, like Cameroon and those places. But I want to see Africa as a whole.
Yeah.
I've seen Europe, Asia now. Israel's Asia, right?
Cross off continents.
Is
It's
it
Asia.
Asia?
Technically
Yeah.
Asia, dude.
And then I did Turkey.
Or it might be Africa.
No, it's Asia. It's
Asia. Morocco starts
yeah.
Africa.
I did Turkey,
It's
which
Asia.
is Asia. Turkey's Asia, Europe, and I did London, which is Europe. So
Israel feels like Europe, but it is Asia.
It is
technically.
Asia, yeah.
Feels like Europe, then Africa, then Asia.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like Asia at all.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah.
Are there street dogs all over fucking
Yeah.
DR?
But they're safe.
They're safe.
They're safe.
Tell everybody.
You can see like a Rottweiler, and it's like, yeah, he's cool. He's mind his business. I've never seen. I'm sure it's happened.
An
I've never
aggressive one?
seen a aggressive one. That'd be fucking.
Do you know why? I heard in I think somewhere in Southeast Asia, the street dogs everywhere. Why
Yeah.
there's no aggressive ones?
Why?
Because they just kill those.
Oh,
If they start biting people, they're like, get that out of our town.
Yeah.
It's biting people. They just beat it to death. They like get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so the rest are either trained to
They
not do
learned
that,
their lesson.
or they've been killed off. The
Yeah,
aggressive
yeah,
one, they just
yeah.
like don't
Through
allow those out.
evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like don't. That's a
We need
bigger
to apply
fish.
that here with people.
You got any travel tips for these people?
Yeah, man. Listen, if you're gonna go to DR, but that's the thing, because we took you to one place, Santo Domingo. There's
Just
different
one
tips.
city. I
Yes,
didn't
one
want to be
city.
traveling all around.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be
That's
going
what they
everywhere.
said. They want you to go back. They want to take you around.
But the beaches in Punta Cana are sick, right?
One of some of the best top 10 beach in the world.
Okay.
Punta Cana beaches are ranked top 10
Right.
in the world. So
But I just don't like the resort life.
I don't like it neither.
Yeah.
I don't
I
it.
like the
I don't
city.
mind it. It's not like a
It's
miserable
its own experience,
It's
right.
not like a miserable. If you're with a good crew, you could have fun anywhere. I don't like cruises, but you go on a cruise with a good crew
But
and
the Joker's
and
cruise was hella fun.
Yeah, but cruises are shit.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do it, it depends. If you got a guy that's gonna tell you, like I told you, I would say go to a city and have you got a tour guide that can show you around or tell you where to go. I would say that. But if not, if you just want to see the country, like I just want to dabble my feet into it.
Yeah.
I would say go to Punta Cana, go stay at a resort, try it, see what you
Try
think.
some of the food.
Try some of the food. It's local shit. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
local shit. It's like it's a big company. They're
Chica
not.
Picante.
Yeah, it's like they're not. But it's fine. But it's good. It's fine. The beach is nice. The pool is nice. You'll meet nice people. You'll
Yeah.
drink. It's fine.
Okay.
Tip, when you go to a resort, even if you get an all-inclusive,
Yeah.
free drinks, buy some alcohol of what you like at duty-free.
On the way home?
No, on the way there.
Oh.
Buy a couple bottles of whatever you like to drink. You like to drink tequila, get your tequila brand, whatever you like.
You might not be able to get it?
Because you won't be able to get it. and you go to the bar, you just ask them whatever you mix it with, and you drink. You bring your bottle to the bar. A lot of the all-inclusives, the drink is like not the most top shelf. If you're gonna drink beer, that's fine. The Presidente is fine, but just
I meant travel tips in general for travel.
Yeah.
When you're traveling.
Just in the world.
I always say like Danny Brown says, travel light.
Travel light. It's hard. You travel light?
No, but it is. But it's better.
It is better.
Buy some shit when you get there.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
But I don't travel light.
I know.
But it is
always
better.
Like, fuck, I'm more than a small suitcase.
Yeah.
I thought it was under. I want to be under this.
Yeah.
Backpack.
I'll say get a global entry and pre-check.
That's what fucking Lewis said. Get Delta clear or whatever.
There you go. Yeah.
Ian Lara, a great New York comedian, a fucking ambassador to the fucking country of Dominican Republic.
My people.
I had a great time. Well, that's the episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Ian Lara, for coming in. Obviously, I messed up the recording. I'm a DIY guy, and I screw up stuff all the time. So you did not probably see the mamajuana that I poured for him, but it was delicious. It was a little chalky, to be honest. Next week, Daniel Sloss is on the podcast talking about Russia. Should be a good episode. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If you've been to Dominican Republic or if you've been to Russia next week, fucking leave some tips for everybody else on what to do while you're there. This episode was produced by Your Mom's House Network, edited by Alan Caffey. And that's it, you guys. Don't forget, Shroomfest, July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Take mushrooms with all of us somewhere in the world. Hope you have a good time and continue tripping wherever you are. See you next week, guys.